Hey, good morning, Acadiana. As we get ready for the big show this morning, coming up at 6 on Acadiana's Morning News. May not know, every day I start with a list, and I just have a stack of stuff that sits right in front of me. We try to get to as much as we can in a 3-hour period, but, things happen, news happens. This morning there's going to be a lot of weather out there, so give yourself some extra time. On the list this morning, the government shutdown. What's the latest? What does it mean? And is shutdown really the way to talk about this? Obviously, we know what the effects will be military-wise, government-wise. Hey, we know that Congress still gets paid, and everyone ultimately does get paid, but it's a matter of, can you tell your mortgage company, like, hey, I'm going to get back pay in a couple months or a couple weeks, so I can't pay my mortgage? It's just a headache for everyone involved, so we're going to talk about that this morning. Also, women's marches held across the country. We're going to talk to Tanya J. Powers to give us an update about what this means. All those marches really happened on the 1-year anniversary of Trump's inauguration. Tom Petty, we now know, was an accidental overdose. We have some details about that coming up. Jackie Russo, brand buzz, how you're going to get things going with your small business this year. And there's a lot to do and a lot to start on. Some people don't even have a website, so we're gonna talk about that this morning. And also the King Cake 5K to benefit Faith House is coming up. We're gonna talk to Michelle Izzo-Voss about that. All that. Oh, YouTube Kids. Do you guys watch YouTube Kids, or do your kids watch YouTube Kids? My kids are always on YouTube Kids because I thought I was stupid. Okay, I thought everything was kind of filtered through some kind of way. Now, the kids don't always have a phone or an iPad, but when you're in a restaurant or a doctor's office, kind of always thought YouTube Kids was kind of the place to go. Anyway, there are some issues with advertisers. They're calling it the adpocalypse, and it could lead to some unseemly content on YouTube Kids. So we'll talk about that coming up. Also, a Monday morning book report. I read this book. Yes, it's from the library. I love the library. Rush Limbaugh, Army of One. It's actually a biography. I never like those gotcha biographies, but this guy, Zev Chafetz, I don't know if he's related. No, not the same Chafetz as Jason Chafetz, but anyway, wrote this book, I don't know, maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago or so. Anyway, it's so interesting. The stuff that's brought in this book, up in this book from years and years ago, some of the conversations we're still having today. So we're going to talk about that. All this morning, of course, sports. You know who's going to the Super Bowl. Steve Peliquin joins us. We'll have traffic and weather. All that this morning, starting at 6 right here on News Talk 96.5 Acadiana's Morning News. Hey, Bernie's getting ready in there. She's screaming for me already, so got to go in there. Hey, have a great Monday. Make it a great week.